Hey everybody, the Super Vader 400 here, back for another retro review. This is a new type of review. I'm going to do my 1993 WWF New Generation Era Pay-Per-View Review Series, and the very first pay-per-view I got to start off with is the Royal Rumble 1993. The Royal Rumble 1993 was a decent show. It wasn't the best show, but in my opinion, it wasn't really, actually it really wasn't all that good, but it was entertaining. The opener with the Steiner brothers and the Beverly brothers was solid. So was Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, even though I thought they had a better match on Raw for the Intercontinental Championship. And the match between Bam and Bigelow and Big Boss Man, in my opinion, was an awesome big man match. And Bret Hart and Razor Ramon was an awesome WWE Championship match. The Royal Rumble, in my opinion, apart from Yokozuna winning, really wasn't all that good. It had its moments, but it really wasn't all that good. All in all, this pay per view was entertaining, but my opinion, it really wasn't that good. Next pay per view is WrestleMania 9. WrestleMania 9. WrestleMania 9, in my opinion, is one of the best and most underrated WrestleManias ever. It's one of my favorite WrestleMania. It has a mixed reception amongst fans and people within the industry, but I thought WrestleMania 9 for the most part was 9 was for the most part was awesome. I enjoyed the opener. I love the First of all, before I get to the matches, I love the whole outdoor arena, Caesar's Palace, ancient Greece, Roman type set. It was awesome. It was awesome. I love the whole outdoor event. And the announcers wearing togas was hilarious. Bobby the Brain Heenan riding a camel was also pretty damn hilarious. Now for the awesome matches. The Intercontinental title match between Shawn Michaels and Tatanka was an awesome opener, with the exception of Tatanka not winning. But they were establishing Shawn Michaels at this point, so I can forgive that. My opinion, Doink the Clown and Crush, they had a pretty surprisingly awesome match. I think their match is criminally underrated. Lex Luger and Mr. Perfect also had an awesome underrated match. And I enjoyed the Bret Hart Yokozuna match. It was very different from Bret Hart's other matches. You had the size and power of Yokozuna versus the technical expertise of Bret Hart. Um and of course the other tag team match between the Mega Maniacs, Hulk Hogan and Brutus the Barber Beefcake versus Money Inc. Incorporated, Erwin R. Streister and Ted DiBiase. This was an awesome tag team match. Once again, an awesome match, with the exception of Hulk Hogan and the Beefcake not winning the tag team titles. Hulk Hogan, in my opinion, should have won the tag team titles with Beefcake instead of Edge. But that's just my opinion. Even though Edge was cool too, but Beefcake and Hulk Hogan was a much better tag team. The main event. And of course, I love the last moment with Hulk Hogan coming in to beat Yokozuna and reclaim the WWE Championship. It was so heroic when I saw it on tape as a child. And all the other matches were good too, except for the Undertaker Gonzalez match. But I'd rather watch that than any match today. Also, all the other matches were pretty good too, in my opinion. This in my opinion, was all in all was an awesome, underrated WrestleMania. Next pay per view was the King of the Ring 1993, one of the best pay per views of 1993, right here. Awesome matches from start to finish. I love Yokozuna defeating Hulk Hogan and ending Hulkamania. Lex Luger and Tatanka had an awesome matchup, and also Bret Hart had 3 back-to-back matches with Razor Ramon, Mr. Perfect, Razor Ramon, and Bam Bam Bigelow. Shawn Michaels also had an awesome match with Crush. This was just an awesome pay-per-view. All good matches throughout the card. One of the best pay-per-views of 1993. Next pay-per-view is SummerSlam 1993. Another awesome pay-per-view from 1993. Awesome matches throughout the card. From the opener with 1-2-3 Kid and Erwin All Shyster, Razor Ramon and Razor Ramon and Ted DiBiase. Ted DiBiase, Bret Hart in 2 back-to-back matches with Doink the Clown, with Jerry the King Lawler and Doink the Clown. The main event, Lex Luger and Yokozuna, and an awesome Intercontinental title match with Shawn Michaels and Mr. Perfect. Just an awesome just another awesome underrated pay-per-view. Next pay-per-view, the final pay-per-view of 1993 was the Survivor Series 1993. The Survivor Series 1993, in my opinion, wasn't the best Survivor Series pay-per-view ever, but it was an awesome pay-per-view. The opening 2 matches were awesome, which were let me get the names right here. It's hard to remember, but yeah, Marty Jannetty, Randy Savage, and Razor Ramon, and 1-2-3 Kid versus Erwin R. Shyster, Diesel, Rick Martel, and Adam Bomb. That was an awesome opener. The crowd was into it, and it was eliminations and what's his name. It really built up the feud between Randy Savage and Crush, who interfered in the match. The Hart family. The next match of the night, and probably the most memorable match of the night, was the Hart family: Bret Hart, Owen Hart, Bruce Hart, and Keith Hart versus Shawn Michaels and his Knights. This was an awesome match, and I love the part with Owen Hart getting eliminated, and them arguing, and Owen Hart arguing with Bret Hart at the end. Of course, starting the build up to the feud between Owen Hart and Bret Hart. I also love Ray Coombs, the host of Family Feud, as the ring announcer and guest commentator during the Hart family versus Shawn Michaels and his Knights match. Also, the Heavenly Bodies had an awesome match with the Rock and Roll Express. Good tag team match for old school NWA Smoky Mountain Wrestling fans. The main events, in my opinion, were kind of bland. In my opinion, these should have been the opener. The Four Dinks and Men on a Mission versus the Headstringers, Bastion Booger and Bevan Bigelow, and of course the All-Americans, Luger, Undertaker, the Steiner Brothers, Yokozuna, Crush, Ludwig Borga, and Quebecer Jax. All of those 2 matches, in my opinion, should have been the openers. All 3 of those. The first match, in my opinion, with the Doinks, that was G-rated. That was G-rated garbage. That should have been at the beginning of the card, not as one of the main events. And the All-Americans matches, which was just a stereotypical American versus foreigners type people's match. That all of that should have been in the beginning. The Marty Jannetty match and the Hart family tag team match should have been at the end. Should have been the main events of the pay-per-view. And the Heavenly Bodies, that match probably should have went first to get the crowd off their feet and get them ready for the next stuff. But that's the only problem with this pay-per-view, is the matches were good, but the card structure was absolutely terrible. All right, this was my 1993 series. I'm going to do 1994 later. All right, the Super Vader 400 out.